All right. You arrive at the train station. You have to leave from a different district. Apparently, Barnabas's papers are really good, and they allow you out of that area. It takes you a bit more time than expected, given that this place has been locked down and is under martial law. But if you are polite and wait in line, and Cog and Slake just basically are following Barnabas. There's some
Yeah.
complaining in line. You're fucking owned by you. You hear Slake saying, "You think you own me now? I'll
He
fucking,
knows he'll twist his head off.
I'll
Don't
fucking crush your skull the second you start acting like that."
You keep yapping and you're going to turn you into scrap, mate.
They can try.
Barnabas, he'll take that challenge. Don't offer it.
Yeah, you might want to remind him they got adamantine bullets.
Apparently, Barnabas knows the conductor of the train. Because he's Barnabas! the guy has dropped like all pretense of professionalism and is actually waving to Barnabas.
Mr. Groves, how are you?
Oh, it's an excellent day, sir. It's an excellent day when the when the heroic Barnabas Darby is aboard, and he's shaking your hand. Nothing can go wrong with today.
Absolutely nothing. That's why there's a map, of course, because nothing's going to go wrong.
Oh, he knows our geographer.
Oh, of course I know Mr. Darby here. Mr. Darby has not only saved us when the horrible one-eyed giants attacked our train to the south, but even got rid of... He leans in. Even helped us during a great scourge of doppelbeasts.
Doppelgangers, filthy fucking creatures.
Filthy creatures, filthy creatures. Good thing we've got the Inquisitors now, and you can see that there are a trio of five-faced god Inquisitors, a group of 6 men with 3 dogs, and we're talking like military dogs that are trained, that are sniffing people. Actually, they're sniffing around the train at this point in time.
Oh, it's a good boy. Hey, look, it's a good boy over there.
Don't worry. If any of you are doppelgangers, you probably shouldn't take the train, he says to the group of you that are here.
Sunny is thinking to himself, have we washed thoroughly since we got rid of Kev?
Hacksbridge. They're set up pretty fierce in Hacksbridge.
Just to make... Oh, there's Inquisitors. I kind of want to throw up a pass without trace, just in case we have a stink on us. But then they'll see you have a pass without trace and be like, why do you have a pass without trace? Sonny's going to throw up a pass without trace on the group, on everyone except for Slake, because if Slake gets mauled by a dog, that's between Slake and the dog. Just in case we have a stink of just Kev's smell, he lingers.
All right. You are easily, with everyone's licenses, able to buy tickets. Subtract, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 gold pieces.
Okay, I assume I'm on the hook for my 2 constructs.
Yep.
And my freaking Aemon, whoa.
The conductor, he seems to know Barnabas. He stops when he sees the 2 metal creatures.
Oh, constructs. They were my father's.
I heard rumors they were trying to make a construct engine.
That would be. You know what? I prefer my engines conducted by right proper humans.
I see they're all armed. He says, yes, you're going to have to check in your arms with the two security guards on the way in.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, they'll come around, won't they? What, last time? They'll come around like last time, right?
We've changed things a little bit, given that doppelgangers. We prefer people to give their weapons up as they enter the train now, as opposed to. Sorry, he says, for any inconvenience.
Oh, that's all right. Is that stand that sells the roasted peanuts still open before I get on the train?
Yes. He points over.
Oh. Come on, mate. We've got to get some peanuts before we go. These are delicious. Be right back.
Okay, the conductor's allowing other people on board.
Okay, we kind of scoot off around a corner somewhere.
Sure.
All right, a lot of you that don't want your weapons taken away. He pulls off his hat, whispers something into it. Drop them in here.
Cog puts his stuff in his own bag.
All right, that's fine.
The fuck? Or sorry, Slake says, you got a magic hat, huh?
Yeah, I got a magic hat.
That's fine. I'll give them my weapons. They want all of them, they could take them.
As you wish, Master Slake. Agony, what about you?
Let me check. They don't search for magical bags.
Not last I checked, but rules have changed since the doppelganger attack.
Alright, Agony pulls a bag off of his back and sticks his really long raven's beak in there, and a bunch of, he sticks his bow and a bunch of javelins, and this really awful looking axe.
Amadeus just...
What about...
It makes them feel better to take my axe. They can take my axe.
What about staves? This burnt metal staff that Agony produces from his back as well.
I got a feeling you'll have a hard time convincing someone that's for walking.
He puts it in his bag. No problem.
Aemon throws his trident in the hat.
You seem friendly with that man.
Oh yeah, we've ridden the trident a few times. My last group.
What's this about doppelgangers? And the Agony throws a glance to like Cog and Sunny.
Oh, fucking LC of Hell is fucking full of them. Fortress tops fucking infested.
Interesting.
We're not going to Fortress Top. Are we?
We're going to pass by it.
Well, we should keep our arms and legs inside the train at all times.
Amadeus, what are you doing with your weapons?
If they feel better taking my axe, they can take my axe as long as I've got my rope.
Slake, they bond over the destruction they wreak in combat. All right, so the group, after getting some nuts, which Barnabas actually does, comes back over. The conductor didn't really notice your little scheme, but immediately upon coming aboard, you do see that there are two men with different kinds of rifles. These rifles look strange.
Okay.
It looks like there's no place to light the fuse, and it doesn't look like they've got plungers for the ends of them. They're much sleeker, more compact design looking rifles.
Aren't those fancy and new?
Weapons, they do not look like they're there to chat.
Do they want Barnabas's club that he uses as a cane that he fakes a limp on?
No, your bluff is plus 33. You can fake a limp.
All right. Amadeus hands over his axe.
Okay, they look at Amadeus. They exchange a look, and they lock up your axe and give you a piece of paper.
Aemon Woe hands over a dagger.
Because he's got his trident
Because
in
he's
your
got
hat.
his trident's where it needs to be.
Okay, they take your dagger and they give you a little slip.
Construct, hand over your weapons. That's what he says to Slake, and he kind of does like a raise the eyebrow, like not now. Now is not the time.
Slake steps forward. The two of them look very nervous. He then begins to dump weapons, including his dwarven longhammer, an adamantine great axe, a crowbar, a masterwork dagger, 2 cold iron daggers, a masterwork dwarven war axe, a masterwork battle aspergillum, 20 masterwork javelins, 6 adamantine javelins, 4 mithril javelins, and 5 regular javelins, all kind of clang to the ground.
Note to self: declutter golem.
Cog steps forward and puts in a masterwork dagger.
Would you like to see their papers?
They just weapons.
As you wish, sir.
Well, one of them, when you offer, one of them wants to have a look. Maybe it's more out of curiosity than anything else.
Okay. He shows them the papers.
Lucky. We could use a couple of those.
I imagine you'd like them.
Slake just turns around and goes into the train. Seems smart.
Yeah, we had a magical upgrade sort of thing.
Oh. One guy just seems to be like he just wants to do his job. The other guy seems to be the curious type. At least he got a few questions, and then he takes
That being said, you still have to wrangle them every now and then when they wander off. Aye.
Do you want my stick?
You need to sit here and you need to sit here. He points to the 2 seats he has designated for Cog and Slake.
Okay, where are you pointing?
Wherever the seats were located. I mean,
it's not assigned seating, so.
Oh, okay. Then just ready. Yeah, perfect. Barnabas will sit in front.
Okay.
Oh, Barnabas, you have a friend on the train.
Amen.
We know where the weapons locker is too, right? It's up here usually.
Yeah, the weapons locker is over here. I can draw it on the train if you're curious.
If the guards
and
don't
he
say
hands some
nothing,
roasted
nope.
peanuts to Miss Belwick Graves, the conductor.
I need to finish my task. I'll come and talk later.
We'll keep him for you. They're nice and salty. Don't take too long. They're going to cool off.
Okay, a nervous dwarf merchant or craftsman comes aboard. You notice that he takes a seat, and he is joined by... Let me see if I have a female dwarf token.
That man has the shaggy eyebrows and the nose hair. I understand. I understand the predicament. They have an attachment for that. I should buy one.
Yeah, he's joined by what appears to be his wife, and I don't have any dwarven children, which is a rare sight, but we're just gonna go. There's a boy and a girl that look like their parents.
A little bit
Fair
smaller.
enough.
Yep. Boop. Literally. It's a rare sight, as in, like, hey, dwarves are long lived, and you don't often see children.
Proof that dwarves bonk.
Cog fights the urge to face bomb.
By their clothing, they look well-to-do. Like they are not poor.
If the guards don't take Sonny's stick, holding a stick, if they don't take his wooden stick, he's gonna go to the window?
They are not threatened by your stick. The security of the Imperium is not threatened by the stick. Little do they know. Little do they know. Yeah, Agony coughs up like a token dagger or two and just returns and goes and sits beside Sunny. Who else is on the train? You do see that there are others. As everyone is seated, they do close the doors. The conductor does come by and check tickets. And then coming onto the train is an inquisitor,
Uh-oh.
2 guards, and 2 dogs. And the dogs are basically held strongly by leash, and they come up and get a good whiff of each and every one of you. Are any of you doppelgangers, shape changers of any type?
I'm a druid who can change his shape, but I don't.
But you don't have the type shape
I don't have
changer.
the template.
Okay. Agony is a almost dragon, but still humanoid. Aemon Woe, I believe, is just a tiefling, native outsider. Barnabas, you're a human, right? There's nothing weird has happened to you.
Yeah.
Are you a doppelganger right now, Mark?
No, I'm not a doppelganger
Okay.
right now.
Do you know what was going to happen to you if you didn't solve the lich problem?
I was going to turn into a lich and a doppelganger would take my place.
No. You'd actually be Belafonte right now pretending to be Barnabas.
That would have been kind of gross, actually, for the... So
That's a
I would have been the
little
lich.
twist
Yeah.
there. I'd giggle, especially when you found out, because it'd be a while before you found out. Because I'm assuming Barney would be like, "Oh, we're at this thing. Here's your note. Last 6 months, yeah, you've been fucking lich. I'm being Belafonte or being Barnabas."
Oh, I know this guy in Acheron. All we got to do is talk to him, and it'll make all our problems go away.
Okay. The train car is full. The Inquisitor and the dogs and the soldiers do check everyone. They seem to be sniffing. They don't find anything that they don't like, or at least they don't arrest anyone or take anyone from the train. After they leave the train then you hear a whistle and the train begins to move.
Does Barnabas spot the... I can't remember if she was a gnome or a halfling at the back of the train.
One with the nose.
Yep, you can see her chatting up the extremely aggressive and slightly racist general retired
Oh my god, him again.
that seems to spend his days riding the train.
Haters gonna hate.
It's a gold piece a day. That ain't too bad.
You do see the gnome that you know had an encounter with Desaad. She's got different gear on.
It wasn't Desaad, it was
It was with Grackle. That's right, with Grackle. And she looks poorer than she did last time. She sees you and ducks down underneath the seat in front of her, as if she's like trying to stay out of your sight. There are also a few others that stick out. Aside from the nervous-looking merchant and the and his family, you do see this weird-looking kobold with a pair of spectacles. He's looking around, and you can see him taking notes, almost like he's taking notes on people.
Okay.
It's not that creepy. Somebody doesn't notice none of this shit.
Is he an inquisitor, or?
Yeah, Barnabas. Yeah, you're like, who is that? Give me a knowledge arcana. Let me. I want to take a look at Barnabas's sheet for a second.
Sure.
Yeah, knowledge arcana would be fine.
Okay,
Or knowledge local, either or.
I'll take knowledge arcana. I'll take 10 and 47. 41 if Polly could help.
This kobold has a reputation. The kobold is a for-hire inspector. an investigator. And he's known as Inspector Clue.
Okay.
I appreciate this 7-year-old naming scheme. I like it.
All right, lads, listen up. You see that little gnome at the back of the train? She's no good. She's out to rob you, steal your things, steer you in the wrong direction. She comes by, tell her to shove off.
Master, do you want me to kill her?
You get Slake gets a peanut, roasted peanut in the forehead. Told him don't laugh.
Yeah, well, this one does.
The next problem is the fucking inspector, 4 rows down.
You want me to kill him?
No, don't fucking kill anyone.
Oh.
If anyone is going to blow your cover, it's him. That's Inspector Clue. Yeah, I'm not joking. That's his real fucking name.
You're pretty sure the kobold gave himself that name.
I believe that name would be ironic. Or...
Yeah, he gave it to himself, right?
I once knew a fellow named Mr. Man, and I always thought that was a fun name.
Yeah, like a druid's never called himself Tree Friend or some fucking shit.
Shut up.
Sorry, yes, you actually did. We all know that it's not his real name. It's like Trevor Smith.
Okay, the chuckling of Slake has really made this dwarf nervous, and his wife is calming him down.
Excuse me. Barnabus is going to go and try and calm this guy down.
Okay.
Excuse me. Is everything all right?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Well, you seem a little nervous, and I worry that it might be the fault of my golem there. Is that the case? Sense motive?
Very interesting craft work there, but no, we just got to get out of Foundry. Got to get out of here.
All right.
Not now. The nice man doesn't want to hear about it. Yeah.
No. It's a long trip. It's a long trip. Wouldn't mind a story.
Ain't safe in Foundry. Ain't safe.
Well, what makes you think that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You see, my suppliers, they're in the south. They're in the Venkeshi territories. Well, they ain't supplying anymore. Don't know what happened to them, but it ain't good. Ain't good. He doesn't want to hear this. We're already headed to Kinderhome. We'll be safe there. Yeah. But you should go to Kinderhome.
Kinderhome.
Yeah, something's rotten in the Venkeshi territories. Something's rotten there. My suppliers, they stopped supplying. And this is the type of supply that, if it stops, people go looking.
Venkeshi territories where our draftees went? Or do I know that?
Goblins. Hobgoblins, goblins, snake people, all sorts of horrible things down there.
Oh, I'm sure the military will deal with it.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. But, in the meantime, I'm bringing my family to Kinderhome. It's safe there. Imperials will never let Kinderhome fall. They got the gate there.
Right. Yeah, the gate.
I might not be able to do my craft as well. Closer to the supply, the better the... Anyways, you don't want to hear about economics.
Yeah, what is your craft, if you don't mind my asking?
Gem cutter, jeweler.
Oh, yeah, gem cutter. Fine trade.
Yeah.
Mommy,
Well,
could I have another treat?
No, I want a treat. Dwarven children. They
Apparently want a treat.
Yep. She actually gets up and futs about a treat. You got any family? You should get them out of Foundry. The goblin hordes down there can get so big.
that they'll reach Foundry. You know, if the trade is stopped, that means there's something coming.
Yeah, well, my family's already left Foundry, so to speak.
And then all the hobgoblins down in South Wall just causing riots and shit. You need to get out of Foundry. You need to get out of Foundry. It's not safe here. It's not safe. It's not safe.
Yeah, certainly have been some troubles. Here's some roasted nuts, ma'am. These are delicious. Children will love.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
All right. Well, you lot have a good trip. I hope you find what you're looking for in Kinderholm.
Yes. Sooner we get to Kinderholm, it'll be much better. Much better. What's wrong with that asshole?
Slake keeps on looking over at him. You don't know why.
Yeah, he's just worried about Foundry. He doesn't think it's safe.
Fuck, coward.
Yeah, he might actually have a good reason. All right, let's just try and have a quiet trip, shall we, James?
Okay.
Sure.
The train ride to Hacksbridge was like, what, 12 hours?
Yeah, it was a long trip. Barnabas has a book for himself.
All right. Do you guys go searching for food or to the lavatory at any point during that 12 hours?
Yes, I imagine the lavatory for Barnabas and Amadeus too, probably.
Sunny has a ring of sustenance, so he doesn't really need to eat. So it's only if he remembers to eat does he have bathroom problems. Otherwise, an old man with not really going.
Barnabas has a ring of sustenance as well, but that doesn't keep him from drinking. So.
All right. So as trips, you end up becoming more comfortable with your surroundings, and you move about a little bit more. Is there anyone else that you interact with on this train ride?
Just given who he's with, Barnabas is trying to keep their profile as low as possible, so he's...
Okay.
As much as he would love to taunt General Ronaldo Volm again, he's going to not do it.
All right. The conductor comes by and he says, he comes by with like the coffee cart and everything like that. He actually gives you a cup of coffee and then raises a cup of coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 cheers to Professor Darby here. Says the conductor.
Barnabas gets up, tips his hat.
You notice
everyone.
The kobold seems really interested in your name.
Fuck.
Oh.
They helped us with the scourge of doppelgangers that came out of the woods, and also the Cyclopses in the Southern Rail Line. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray!
Oh.
Hip hip, hooray!
Thank you.
Slake bumps Cog. Fucking really.
Speech.
Oh yes. Professor Darby, if you wouldn't mind regaling us with a few words.
Speech, yes. Fuck. He gives the conductor a look like, this is not what I wanted to do with my time.
Yeah, you've got the entire train looking at you.
You'll move forward ahead of everyone.
Sunny's going to tell the conductor he's a professor and a geographer.
The conductor doesn't disagree with you. He seems more interested in what Professor Darby is going to say.
Perfect.
I'm just checking something. So, yeah, that'll work.
All right, and if you roll 50 or above, I'm going to add the conductor as a free follower to your leadership.
Okay, is this a diplomacy check or
this is some sort of check.
How are you entertaining the crowd with your tales of heroicism and awesome? Don't talk about that time you pissed yourself like 3 times.
He doesn't. He's not going to roll a 50 if it's a perform check. Because he's not that kind of bard.
Should look at Capra's perform check. He's not very good either.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so rest assured, everyone, the security measures currently available are more than adequate to deal with the doppelganger threat. Cyclopses are unlikely, and whatever else might come about, well, will be dealt with by our crack security. And, well, I've got golems. And he kind of taps Cog.
Okay. You notice the little kobold is furiously writing stuff down in this little notepad that he's carrying.
So you can all rest
fucking
comfortably,
time.
knowing this will be a safe trip to whether it be Hacksbridge, Fortress Top, or wherever you might be going.
Cog whispers to you, "Do that one more fucking time." See, a blade is sitting in his. Instead of his hand, he's got a blade sticking out. Flips back into his hand.
The law's on my side. I guess I will. Polly's on my shoulder, just squawking enthusiastically.
Yep.
Ah,
The children appreciate the funny bird, and so do the people on the train appreciate children's laughter.
Okay, so plus 16 with Polly's auto aid. I got a 23.
This was diplomacy?
No, I could do a diplomacy. If I can do a diplomacy, I'm doing a diplomacy.
Sure.
All right. Plus 37. Ha! Rolled a 2, 39.
All right. It was a reassuring speech, but not one that would, make the conductor a follower. But you're getting close. You're getting close. You're pretty sure that you continue great deeds and being friendly, and one day you'll be able to just walk onto trains without tickets.
I need a lift.
The little kobold seems to be really interested in you, and is writing things down in his little notebook.
All right. I guess Barnabas will sit over here and turn the tables on him.
Okay.
You're Inspector Clue, aren't you?
Hi. Yes. I am Inspector Clue.
I have heard of your great deeds.
And I know you. Professor Darby. Yes. Yes,
Well,
yes, yes.
you'll forgive me for not being too impressed. I was just introduced.
Yes, yes. I heard of your problems with doppelgangers on the train.
My nasty business, that was, yeah.
I'm here to learn about what happened that day, as well as uncover doppelgangers.
No, it's good to have you about, yeah.
May I borrow your time to conduct an interview?
Yeah, sure, let's, yeah, we can have a quick interview, yeah.
Excellent.
Move over there. Sit next to you, out the window, so you'll have to see the scenery, excuse me.
Yes, but I am more interested in your story of where you found the doppelganger.
He basically starts to quiz you on how you knew about doppelgangers and where you think they came from and how they got onto the train. And he
will give him a detailed explanation of where doppelgangers come from.
Okay.
Plain wise.
You do notice that his little manual must be magical because the writing that he writes into it fades and disappears upon the page.
Where did you get that?
This is my manual.
No, I realise it's yours. I'm not going to take it from you, but I would like a similar notebook for myself. I also tend to write a great deal.
I came across a book called a Blessed Book. The Blessed Book allows wizards to write into the book many times. This book, I said, I wanted a book like the Blessed Book, but a book that takes normal writing.
I too would like one of those. Did you have it made, or did you make it yourself?
No, I had it made. Yes.
Would you mind if I ask where you had it made?
Oh, sure.
He gives you the name of a master scribe and bookbinder that is in the greater part of Foundry. The part that you would normally go to if you lived outside of Southwall.
Yeah. He lodges that little bit of information in his head.
It allows me to write many pages, and recall the knowledge.
Now, when you want to find a specific page, how does that work?
Ah, yes.
He opens the book to a random page, and he says a magical command word, and then he says the phrase or a term, and you notice that the book begins to show pages with the highlighted term.
Oh, that is just brilliant. He's basically going to tell them whatever he wants to know about doppelgangers and the doppelganger attack, as long as it doesn't incriminate him or his companions.
Okay. Yep. He's interested.
So it is Fortress Top.
Oh yeah, that's the root of the problem there. Yeah.
Would you advise against or for going to Fortress Top and hunting down the doppelgangers?
Oh, if you're going to do that, I'd do it on quietly. They hide in the trees. These doppelgangers, contrary to what is normally thought to be their capabilities, they can turn into monkeys. They hide in the trees. You never know. Is that a real monkey? Or is that a doppelganger?
Yes, perhaps I shall take on a disguise when I go to Fortress Top to find the head doppelgangers.
You should also be aware, especially in the little shanty town, there's sort of traps all over the place. Little places that nick you and they take your blood.
Blood is important to doppelganger, yes?
Yes, they must consume it to take your form.
An entire race of murderers. Just the sort of case that Inspector Clue will make his name unraveling.
No doubt. Yeah, especially watch out in the shitters. Yeah, they tend to put nails in the boards. It's always dark in there, and you step on them.
Okay. He spends a lot of time writing down this minutia into his little book.
Yeah, Barnabas is trying to keep him distracted away from his more questionable companions.
Okay, give me a bluff.
Does he linguistics check? Polly's kind of standing in front of him too, to kind of
Sure.
like on the edge of this thing. So plus 57.
Okay, you distract him.
Holy shit!
Without raising any suspicion.
Good.
He seems rather appreciative of your time that you spend with him. He's polite for a kobold, and you actually sense a great amount of intelligence there.
Yeah, Barnabas was. I know your name. You probably did something.
Give me a sense motive. Or a perception check.
It'll be sense motive. 42.
Okay, you don't find anything suspicious other than a very, very highly intelligent being with drive.
Okay. Is there anything that might make me think this creature's a dragon?
He's purple.
You see a kobold.
Okay. Sure. All right.
Lick him. See if he tastes like
He also got sniffed by dogs that were trained to sniff out shape changers. So,
Yeah, dragon versus dog. I'll take the dragon. All right.
Okay, you spend at least some time, a few hours with Clue, and then he goes back to his seat after thanking you. He shakes your hand when he does so.
It's an amicable departure.
Yep. Jamna's hiding from you. Like she, at one point you do see the door is open. And you're not too sure what went through, but you're pretty sure she has retreated to the bowels of the train.
Yeah. As long as she's staying away from us, we'll leave her alone.
That's fine. The next 12 hours brings you to the city of Denovar. Basically, you can sleep in your benches. The constructs you learned don't need to sleep. Sunny only needs a quick nap. I don't know if Agony also has a sustenance ring. Give me a second. No, Agony actually gets some proper sleepies.
Yeah, Aemon needs to sleep. Barnabas lets him sleep, but when he wakes up, he goes, "Shameful, you're supposed to be fucking God," and then you fall asleep.
I have served wizards who've given me spells that allow me to sleep with one eye open.
Given what I've spent on you this winter, I think you should be fucking grateful.
He nods. He nods slightly.
Yeah.
Amadeus, do you interact with anyone on the train?
He's a miserable.
I believe the word is bastard.
Miserable bastard.
He's a miserable bastard.
And then Cog and Slake, do they just sit in their benches like good constructs, or what?
It's quite boring.
Yeah.
A lot of trees. You want
Yeah.
you want the window so you can look at your home.
Ooh, Agony, there's a Scotch pine there. Ooh.
It's fine. Thanks.
Pulling his cowl up, trying to get sleep beside the old man who's excited at different trees. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to reveal the Denovar map. I think I made a Denovar map. I should have made a Denovar map. Denovar, there we go. You guys behaved on the train. No encounters on the train.
Because it means you're gonna kill people. it's instant trouble. These guys don't negotiate with shit.
No, they don't.
It's like 0 to 100 in a split second. like someone bumps Slake. That's fucking it. It's just,
I was assaulted.
nice. Nice. I like this map.
Denovar.
Denovar.
Slodge City is the major trade city along the Sunrise River. Denovar sports a large train yards and is the de facto Imperial capital of the Elsyr Vale region. While the Imperial custodian is busy running the old elven capital of Fortress Trop, the Imperial administrator of Denovar wields the true power of Elsyr Vale. There are over 12,000 people that live in this city. The city, while smaller than Foundry itself, is an important city in this entire territory.
Sunny is looking at this building and going, "What's that?"
Which one?
Because that one. What the heck is that?
It's a fortress.
Oh,
It's an Imperial fortress. We're going to call it Fortress of the Golden Sword.
wonder if they have a golden sword in that fortress.
The answer, Barnabas, is yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Denovar is the name of a man who was... actually, give me a knowledge local. This would be Elsyr Vale, or knowledge history.
We'll go with knowledge history. Oh, shit, I was on. Knowledge history is plus 30. I'll take 10. And get a 42.
Yeah, this is called the Imperial Hall, but it's more like a fortress. 42. The Imperial Hall holds the Golden Sword of Denovar. Denovar is the name of a man who founded Denovar long ago, who forged a golden sword as the symbol of his power from dwarvish gold mined in the mountains in the Elsyr Vale. He was known both as a heroic warrior, a competent military captain, and above all things, a merchant.
So Slake, could you... I thought gold was not very good for weapons.
It isn't.
So this symbol of his power was ineffectual. So he was an incompetent.
Well, if he wielded a golden sword in battle, he didn't do any fighting himself, that's for sure.
Sounds like he's just a general or something.
I like the idea of this golden sword.
There is something to be said for moral support, right?
From humble beginnings hundreds of years ago, Denovar has turned into the large city that it is today, that is a hub of trade, not only along the river that turns into Lake Erne, but also train yards and then Imperial roads. It's an important center.
So is this human or elf or human and elf?
Yeah, you get off the train at the large train station. Now the train station is actually just outside of the city map. Like, it's not on this map. Like, you have to the trains, there's a big train station, a little town, kind of like a cluster of buildings like this near the train station, and then you have to walk the last bit of the way to the big city of Denovar itself. You guess that about 7 out of 10 people here are human. There are noticeably a sizable half-elf population that is here as well. And you do see the odd dwarf, halfling, and gnome.
We're here, yes?
You notice that the train station itself is crawling with Manticore Mercenary Company. This company seems to have worked the golden sword into their emblems. They might be actually like paid. This company might actually be paid by the government of Denovar. And you do see that there is one Inquisitor and a couple of those dog groups that are sniffing people that are coming off of the train in Denovar.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
This train did not stop in Haxbridge, although you saw that the town of Haxbridge looked like it was a military camp.
They might be in quarantine.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you blew by Haxbridge without stopping.
The second Sunny's, like, when doesn't look like a guard's looking at him,
Yep.
he's gonna basically Pokeball out his dress.
Oh, his big bird? Yeah, gotcha.
So
you guys are standing at the train station. There are signs that kind of lead you towards like the walled city of Denovar and other places. I'm not too sure what your business is here. What are you guys doing? At this point, Agony turns to the others and says, "I've been thinking."
Yeah, we weren't allowed to think on the train. We just had to sit there like good little golems.
On the contrary, that is exactly the perfect time for you to do some quiet self-introspection.
Oh, well, missed opportunity, I guess.
and I like thinking. What are we thinking about?
Well, the treasure. We know where it went, but we don't know
How?
somebody must have handled it. Somebody must be waiting for it.
Well, we have our coiled symbol of the dragon, I assume. You should be... you've been practicing your symbols, yes?
I have the symbol that I found, and we have it written down. Like, he's got a page where the symbol has just been written out. We could hold it up if you wanted to.
So we should keep an eye out for geographer. We are looking for this symbol.
Oh.
Do you speak Draconic?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the Draconic symbol for greed. Some of the sigils of Draconic language were actually, like... Draconic is an interesting thing where it may have been, like, glyphs that were, like, pictographic, and then slowly over Draconic ages turned into symbols that still kind of look like they're glyphs. The coiled snake in Draconic means greed.
Oh, great. What about it?
We're looking for people who might be bearing this symbol or something. There's a route for goods that we're looking for.
Yeah, we're hunting for treasure.
Well, I'm always out for a nice treasure hunt.
So if we could figure out where these brigands and thieves came, the murderers, yes, the murderers, where they have been or who they've associated, that might give us clues. And if we mess up, then we'll head to Brindle.
Agony puts up his claw for a moment and calls over the group.
Is this one of those calls over the group? You stay over there, Barnabus.
Yeah, you and Aemon stay over there. What do you think? Should we let him in for a share? And Agony immediately looks at Amadeus, who he knows is really greedy.
I think maybe we should make him prove himself first.
Well, he also wants something from us.
I want to hear about the ancient mystery. I've been wondering what it could be.
Well, I'm only going to do his task if he helps me find this wizard that I need to break.
Sounded like you knew where it was.
Yeah.
So he's like, looks over his shoulder, looking at Barnabus.
Barnabus is standing there like...
Sounds like you belong for the ride.
All right.
So we work him in for a share then.
Sure. As long as we get paid quite well for helping.
Just him though. His stupid manservant's not getting one.
How many people are planning on taking leadership?
Here? None.
None.
we
agreed the manservant doesn't get one.
Yeah, Agony's like, yeah, fucking, you could buy his manservant things. I overheard him saying that he spent a lot of money on them already.
But he better prove useful.
His manservant is a devil, I think. Like a weak devil.
Possibly.
Mistress just pecking at new pebbles.
Ooh, is it out of the collection?
Just a gizzard full of pebbles from different places. There's absolutely no use for that. Alright, give me a Denovar stone.
No? We'll eventually make use of it. Or she'll get squished again. One of the two.
Oh, poor mister.
Alright, Barnabus,
Barnabas is going to pretend like he wasn't trying to listen in and walk over. Yeah.
we're looking for treasure.
So you said.
So you can help us look for treasure and get treasure.
There's kind of like an open air, like, I want to call it a bar or eatery, where they've got these really big barrels serving as tables, and you stand around a table and get served food and drinks. Agony just goes over to one of these places, slaps down some gold, and you stand around this barrel while they've got a tale to tell you.
All right. What treasure are we looking for? You seem to be looking for something specific.
And then there were dragons. Big one. Well, one dragon, but it was big. Big.
It's a lot of
the
treasure.
Underground Railroad of money went to the north. So basically, like a few highlights of they tell the tale over.
Yeah.
Langdedrossa is this half blue dragon, half dragonborn. He was behind it. There was a blue dragon that was quite intimidating.
Do I recognize the name Langdedrossa?
Yeah. Give me a knowledge arcana.
Wally, Langdedrossa, when I hear that name, he will take 10 and get 51, and I will use an inspiration point.
Jesus Christ.
Are they
So,
name level?
55.
Yes, tell me about them.
No, it's not even are they name level, are they legendary?
So, 55.
From the context of arcana, right?
Yeah.
You did know of a scholar that was interested in... His treaty was called The Revival of Dragonkind, and his thesis was, dragons live among us, and they are slowly growing from those that have dragon in their blood. His thesis was, if you had sorcerers that had dragon blood, then so too did you have kobolds, dragonborn, and other creatures that were closer to draconic. And the interesting thing about draconic blood is that it grows in power over time. And he had documented a number of creatures that were known or suspected to be dragons. They're slowly growing into dragons.
And was this Langdedrossa a dragonborn, perhaps?
Yes, Langdedrossa was on this list. You remember looking at the list. You also remember this line of study ended up in the disappearance of this scholar. Shortly after the publication of this list of names.
Yeah, he went missing. Yeah, okay. I some Langdedrossa. Yeah, I know the name.
Really? Fucking Agony just looks at you.
There was a scholar did a study on the dragon-blooded creatures, not unlike yourself, theorizing that creatures that were close to dragons had dragon blood. Dragon blood gains power with age. Langdedrossa was specifically mentioned as an example of a creature that became closer to a dragon with time. Your Langdedrossa must be quite powerful.
You're pretty sure out of that list, Langdedrossa was the one that stuck out. And you know that Langdedrossa, much like dragons, had both martial and magical power.
Quite the warrior and the, I'm assuming, sorcerer.
The party doesn't seem to know. Like, they don't seem to...
Oh, I'm telling you,
mostly
quite
had a
the warrior and the sorcerer.
We had a conflict of words and ideals, primarily.
Well, you know what? Those are the best ones to have.
Yes, this is his treasure train that we are trying to follow.
They've been at it for years. And Agony produces the book and puts it on the table. Amadeus is just making a pig out of himself because the bacon grease cooked pretzels are amazing. And the draft of Denovar is very crisp and is a perfect combination for the two. There are heaps of this stuff that are being brought over.
You'll pay your own tab this time. Not doing that again.
Well, now I'm hungry.
I could also go for a bacon fat, fried pretzel.
So, with the 55, any known not associates, but did any groups he belong to, or? You can say you don't know. It's fine. He has irritatingly high knowledge checks. I get it.
You suspect that he's also a scholar of draconic kind. Like, Langdedrossa went poking around the places that archaeologists would go if they were interested in dragons.
Okay.
All right. Smarty pants, geographer. What do you know of the Dragon's Eye?
What do I know of the Dragon's Eye, Marty?
Knowledge Arcana?
I will take 10 with a little help from Polly. Polly, we heard of that, haven't we? Yeah. We'll just take the 51.
My notes are, it is the comet, it has to do with Dragon War, and it acts as dragon cocaine.
Okay.
Dragon cocaine.
I got a 51 if I take that with help from Polly. Auto aid.
The Dragon's Eye is a celestial object that appears in the sky by the age of... It appears once in the sky approximately the time it takes for a wormling dragon to become a great worm.
So once a generation, fair to say?
Well, a generation is like...
In Dragon.
Draco generation.
Once per entire life cycle of a dragon.
Yeah. Oh, in the whole life cycle.
Like for humans, a generation happens every 10 or 20 years,
20,
right?
30 years. Yeah.
All right.
A generation's a reproductive cycle, not a...
All right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's, what he said, but with more of a less enunciation and more of a slur.
Okay, well, the calendar is weird because the current calendar is the year of founding, and that was the culmination of the Settler War, and the current year. Give me a second. I need to open up the timesheet. I think is like 304 or something like that. So the last time it appeared wasn't on the founding calendar. You'd have to actually line up different calendars to figure that out. Yeah. But your approximation is the last time that appeared in the sky was 11 to 1200 years ago.
So any day now. It could show up any day. Might be 10 years, 30, another 100. Who can say?
With your knowledge arcana, you know that typically a dragon is considered great worm at about 1,000 to 1,200 years.
Probably any day.
Listening, BRB.
And within the next couple of years, probably.
Yeah, the current year is 305. 305.
All right.
What can you tell me of a Rotterdam crisp?
What can I tell about a Rotterdam crisp?
It's a type of apple.
It's a type of apple knowledge nature?
Sure. You just like its type of apple, man.
It's a fucking apple. I get 42, taking 10. With Polly's help, because I've got 46. I will tell you where they're from, how it got its name.
This man's a walking library.
One more. I've one more for today. Prying eyes. Proper noun, not the spell.
Proper noun, prying eyes.
Knowledge local foundry, or knowledge dungeoneering.
Knowledge local. I think we'll go knowledge. Hang on, let me see. Knowledge dungeoneering. Knowledge dungeoneering. I'm not rolling. Who am I kidding? I will use a inspiration point. So plus 3, 5, 39, 49.
Okay. Prying eyes is an ancient beholder of some kind that spies on Foundry and other civilized places on Volcanica.
He relays that in his drunken slur. Anything else?
You hear that? Dee?
Sorry, go ahead.
You hear that, Dee Dee? He knows about prying eyes.
The fucking mistress looking around.
Has he noticed Amadeus's unusual features, shall we say?
Does Amadeus disguise said features?
He's got the tongue and the teeth, and he does. Yeah, he's not open with it, but he has been eating. I don't know.
But does Amadeus wander about with a disguise?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a hunchback. What's he gonna do?
Okay, so you notice it when Amadeus is eating.
Okay.
That his tongue separates into a lamprey-like thing and also eats the food.
Okay. So knowledge planes.
Yes.
All right. He's gonna use one of his take 20s. So plus 4 from Polly. It's 56.
Okay, there is a colloquial term in Foundry for children who have been mutated. Adam, what do you think, in whispered tones, Amadeus's people are called? Like the victims of the children of the lighthouse?
Children of the Lighthouse.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Amadeus is a child of the lighthouse. You know that there's some madman or mad creature out there that is
Doing that to people.
mixing aberrations with people, and they do it to young people because young people grow into the aberration.
Okay. Are they? Is it? Yeah, well, it's the Imperium. I'll just say, is it illegal to be one?
Yes. But they're mutants, so it's hard to, it's hard to cookie cutter a description.
Yeah, because they all
look different.
are they just deformed or yeah? All right.
It depends on what you mix with what.
Yep. So he'll keep his thoughts on that to himself for the time being.
You definitely found the weird old man, the two constructs that are wanted for something, you're pretty sure, or wrapped up in something or experiments in something, another experiment, and the one who's sort of admitted that they killed a bunch of people in a temple. You found a bunch of people that...
They taunted us first.
Yep. These are definitely not the people that would stand in a line going, yep, draft me, but first interrogate me.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so
I believe we're now friends.
So, we know that this trail of treasure came through here, but the treasure must have been handled. It was handed off to men who brought it to a train station. Here. It was probably unloaded there, and he points, just back at the train.
knowledge Denovar. Are there any thieves guilds that they could have hired or?
Well, this would be knowledge local Elsir Vale or specifically Denovar. Denovar is a big enough city. During times in London, like major city, there were times when London was like 10,000 people. You know, like this is.
I will use my bardic knowledge so I can use a knowledge skill untrained
Okay.
and take 20. And that will give me 40.
You want to know if there are thieves in Denovar?
Thieves or anyone who could have been hired to handle the treasure or...
All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put Elsir Vale, large city of Denovar, right up because it doesn't have any levels or anything like that in it.
Sure.
Into world building. I have a specific sheet for Denovar.
Okay.
This because you can get 40s by not even rolling. You know all of this aside from what's available on the market because you haven't visited the market.
Okay.
If you have any specific questions. Now, you're asking a thieves guild in Denovar.
Or organization, I guess. Like who... Actually, Thieves Guild would be good because even if they didn't do it, they probably saw it happening.
I'm gonna say that there is some mild thieves guilds that are in Denovar, and I'm gonna put that under notable organizations. I need a name for a halfling's thieving ring.
The Hairy Foot Clan.
I was going to say Pitter Patter, but that's way better.
The
I'm hooked on the word pinch right now.
Yeah, I was, you know what I was too. It's like it's got to be something with pinch.
Exactly, the pinchers.
Oh, okay, we're gonna call them the Pinch. But officially, they're probably called the Brothers and Sisters of the Brand. You're pretty sure that the halflings that came here have really stuck together, and you're thinking that they might be involved in thievery, and they keep it all within, like they police their own. They might know what's going on. There are also there is a group called the Cowled Nine. They are 9 priests of the Tower of the Pit, which is a priesthood of Asmodeus. It's not very popular here in Denovar, as Denovar is actually a place where they have Temple Street, where they have a lot of temples to both old and new gods. And the Tower of the Pit is probably the least popular. The Cowled Nine are the 9 prominent priests of Asmodeus. You think that they might have some illegal doings that they keep quiet. You don't think they're into, like, pickpocketing.
No. Okay.
And then 40s, huh?
40 flat.
You also think, similar to the Pinch, there is something called the Claw, and it's like kobold rivals of the Pinch.
That's where we'll start.
Yeah, that's probably.
So he relays all that to you. My recommendation is, if what you said is true, start with a kobold. If anyone had anything to do with it, it'd be them.
We're gonna look at the trade area. Are there any kobolds around here?
You don't see any kobolds hanging around the train area.
So we're going to mess with them first. Figure out what they know.
There are too many guards here for kobolds. It says, if these kobolds are thieves, says Agony, look at all the Manticore mercenaries and the Inquisitor.
And does Barnabas have any idea where they'd be, aside from Mark's guesses, the poorer part of town?
You probably need to go into Denovar proper to start asking around.
Yeah. Well, let's head inside.
Okay.
My guess is...
Give me a perception check, and this is for all of you, and I will actually roll it because it's perk.
Okay.
Grimstone Chronicles North. I believe I've got that right. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. All right, Amadeus. Yeah, Amadeus, like, you're just finishing up your meal, and you could see a guy that looks like he's eyeing your party. And when I say eyeing your party, it's literal because he only has one eye.
Does he want to keep it?
I don't know.
I squeezed him so hard his eye popped out.
Give me a second. It looks like something bad happened to his other eye. He's got like a rag over it. I've got a token here. Let me drop it.
Okay.
But he seems. Give me a sense motive, Amadeus, since you're the one that sees him.
Sure. I just have to switch sheets.
No, not you. One-eyed Jack.
22.
Yeah, he seems to be either curious or eyeing up Agony.
He gives Agony a smack. Well, not a smack, but a
Yep.
hard tap.
What?
You got an admirer. Oh, sorry. You have an admirer, looks like.
Okay, Agony looks around. The guy like seems at this point in time when Agony's looking around, ducks from where he is and is like moving away.
I'm just saying, if we're looking for dragon lovers.
Oh. Cole, can you make certain we don't lose him?
Of course. He's gonna drink Expeditious Retreat.
Okay. Apparently I'm pretty sure I created this guy's name because I saw the token and went, that is that guy's name, but
I don't see exactly where he is on the map.
no, I'm still searching for his token.
Okay, no problem.
There we go. There's the guy. He's probably in his mid to late 30s. He's got a wound over his eye that may have not have healed properly. He's got an eye patch. And yeah, he was eyeing you from further down the from a different stall at a merchant stall along the side of the train yards.
How busy is this area?
Busy. There are guards everywhere. There are inquisitors that are sniffing people coming off the train. The train's being unloaded and loaded. It's a busy area. He is leaving though after like Agony started going like this. Like he's tootling off.
We don't lie good, but we're like, yeah, we see him.
Okay, are you going after him?
No.
Okay, so Cog goes running after him. He's the guy is trying to hide. Give me a perception check.
Sure.
This guy rolls a 1.
Ah,
Get him.
get him!
Yeah, welcome back.
If you're worth. 1, 2.
Okay, you can see him trying to hide in plain sight. He's kind of like he's got his like hands over his head, and he's like sitting at like a noodle stand, and he's trying to like blend in.
Yeah,
Probably super cool when it works, but when it doesn't work, you look like a goofball.
hand over and turn him around.
Okay. What's this about? Get away from me.
You are coming with me.
No, I'm not. Fuck off.
He's moving away. He provokes as he's getting up, and then he provokes as he tries to move away from
I
you.
can't grapple him.
You can try to grapple him. Yeah. Well, you can't grapple him as part of the provoke, but
He moves.
he's standing up, so he provokes. What are you doing?
Standing up. Non-lethal stunning fist.
So you give a little shot to the ribs as he's standing up. Okay. His AC while partial prone is 16.
Okie dokie.
You are under arrest.
24.
24, you give him a shot to the ribs.
Okay. Is this no sneak attack on this puppy?
You can, but
Oh, I could.
just remember the last time you decided to put sneak attack on a non-lethal.
I'm just trying to
Guy that
remember.
you were trying to kill. Yeah, you killed the shit out of him.
Yeah, he didn't. He's got uncanny dodge. He's a certain level, and you spent your round walking up to him and talking to him, put your hand on him, and now it's his turn. So yeah.
When I hit him, the damage for this is gonna be. Sorry, there's a 1d6. I'm trying to figure out what the hell what that is. Can I not apply it?
Cold, fire, acid. I don't know. It's your character.
You have to take an action to turn those things off. Or you have to take an action to turn them things on. Normally you leave your kill stuff on by default.
Yep.
I mean, I do.
Yeah, my characters too.
Yeah, it's on.
Unless it's merciful, in which case it's like...
Unless you've swapped out amulets and it's no longer that.
29 damage.
What is the extra d6 from?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking.
Because you no longer have a acidic.
No, I got rid of that a long time ago.
Yep.
So my arm.
So I don't think there's an extra d6. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there's nothing here that's stating any specific.
Okay. So you did.
Minus whatever that is.
It looks like 24 non-lethal. All right. 48. I think you just bloodied him. The fuck.
The
Okay.
DC.
So that was him turning. Oh, it's stunning fist. Okay. Fort save. He gets a 13. He's stunned.
Okay, LCMD.
All right. You saw that in his hand he had a dagger, and he drops the dagger.
Give him the stone cold stunner.
That would be awesome.
Hey! Says the portly noodle guy. Like he's yelling at you.
Apprehended.
Give me a bluff.
Oh, you mean that skill that I do not have? Well, shit.
He basically
Just a
gave you-
charisma check. You don't have time to explain to him. You're just saying you're apprehending him.
All
Yeah.
right. 8.
Okay, he's still yelling. Hey! Hey!
Hey, I'll just drag him. I'll just thank you for your cooperation. I'll drag it
Okay, so
back to these guys.
you're gonna drag this guy. So he's stunned for how many rounds?
It's just one round.
Okay, don't roll a 1 on your CMB.
Okay. Whoo! It's a 2.
Okay, his CMD is 15, 13.
Yeah, you must beat that.
Yeah, I have a 14 before anything.
Okay, so you don't roll very well. You drag him a little bit, but he's, you know...
You can move. He's grappling. You can move half his speed.
My speed is pretty stupid. Plus,
an expeditiously retreating monk isn't super fast because the monk doesn't stack, but...
No. That's
All right, so we're gonna say for the sake of this is that you stun him, and by the time he comes to, you've already like dragged him over the table of your friends.
And Amadeus has a hand.
Yeah, Amadeus is.
He's on Unky.
Amadeus
lap.
is got an arm around his shoulder like they're good buddies.
What the
target has been
what the fuck? He's like he's nursing his near broken rib.
Oh please, I didn't try to injure you. He tried not to injure you.
His eye goes wide, not only because of the nature of Amadeus grabbing him, but he sees Aemon Woe and Agony and seems to be panicked a little.
What's with the look there, lad?
I didn't do nothing.
Oh, you did, didn't you? Oh, you was gonna. Oh, you just tell us what that is.
He doesn't want to.
All right, lad. Here's how it's gonna go. All right. You're gonna tell us what you was planning on doing, who you work for, everything we want to know, and we're gonna buy you a nice meal, some nice ale, and you're gonna have a nice day. You're gonna walk away, or you're gonna give us a hard time. In which case, we're gonna take you behind a building, and we're gonna slowly hurt you. Until you tell us what we want to know, and you will tell me what you want and what I want to know, and then we will leave you to bleed out in the street.
I don't know nothing.
Didi, you should cover your eyes.
You're gonna fucking tell me right fucking now, or my mate here is gonna send you right to fucking hell.
If you hurt me anymore, I'll just yell out for the guards.
You won't have the fucking Amadeus grabs him tight around the neck.
You know, a couple of guards walk by, they glance at the big bird, look at your group, and just keep on walking by. like they don't realize this man is in distress. There's too much weirdness.
Amadeus' extra hand grabbed him at that point.
Dummy.
So, start answering questions.
Give me an intimidate, Barnabas. You can. The people that need to aid are Cog and Amadeus.
All right.
Others.
Polly's going.
Little angry bird. What a cute.
So Amadeus has to try to help.
Amadeus has to try to help, and then Slake.
Amadeus might accidentally be tickling him instead of holding him firm.
17 aided, yeah.
There's something comforting about the snuggle.
So Slake just turns his back to everything, and he was just like watching the train and everything. Like he's making sure no guards are like running at the situation.
I'm just checking. I do have intimidate. Okay.
Mistra's on a hunt for Didi right now.
Amadeus got a 22, so he aids.
Sure.
Who else aided?
Cog.
You did aid?
Yeah.
All right. So plus 8. So my roll to coerce. 50.
What do you want to know? I'm just supposed to keep an eye out.
And for who are you keeping an eye out?
Interesting people?
Right. You found my friend interesting, didn't you?
Well, not in that way. Not in that way.
No, I know. It's because he's a dragon, isn't it?
He looks at you. There's fear that passes over his face.
Why is that of interest to you?
You know, rich people that are alone. And
You're fucking lying to me. I'm gonna fucking hurt you. You want to eat your own finger?
No. You're asking me interesting people. Yeah, rich people. You know, people who don't have bodyguards. Yeah.
You looked at this fucking lot. You thought they don't have bodyguards?
No. No, I didn't think of that. The killers like you. I
I was just wondering.
Who do you work for?
You know. Okay. The claw.
All right, yeah, you do. See, I told you, the fucking claw. Where do we find the claw?
I could show you. You need to go into Denovar.
We will. How many members of the claw?
Kobolds? You can't count kobolds.
Well, you can't fucking count. I'm an ace because I'm a bit of a table
I don't know. Hundreds? I don't know.
Oh, all right. Is it hundreds?
It's just safe to say, you see a kobold, they're part of the claw, and he's looking at Agony like he's expecting Agony to know what the claw is.
Now, does the claw look... Who does the claw work for?
I don't know.
Sense motive. 49.
Strange men.
All right. What strange men do they have names?
It's not. I've seen them.
Describe them.
Kobolds. They got some sort of hierarchy amongst themselves. The ones with wings are in charge, I think.
Yeah, right, fine. The strange men. Describe them.
They're not men. He's looking at Agony again.
All right, the dragon folk. Is that it?
Yeah. I thought he might. You're not one of them, are you? Shit.
Oh, we're trying to reunite him with his family. That's all.
Oh, okay.
All right, this has been a big misunderstanding. Oh.
Sure, I could bring you to them.
Yeah, you will.
49 in your sense motive?
Yeah.
Wheels are turning.
Yeah, and your plan to give us up to them and get away, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
Because I want to place a curse on you. And if you betray us, I won't remove the curse. And within a week, your balls will fall off.
No.
And that will just be the beginning, mate. And your intestines will rot. You will die in fucking agony.
Don't make me a leper.
Sunny's looking like, wow, fucking good. Mr. Cover your ears.
And then I will feed you to that giant bird.
Okay. Yeah, he's very frightened and is willing to bring you to the kobolds.
All right.
But you suspect that bringing you to the kobolds is not gonna...
It would be an act of aggression.
Yeah, he's counting on something.
Oh, there you go, doing it again. Amadeus. What are you leaving out?
The kobolds. I'm only supposed to go see them with rich, stupid people.
All right, then.
They're gonna try to rob you.
Oh, is that fucking so? How do they typically do that?
Numbers, spells, rooftops.
Ah, there we go. He gives him like a friendly slap in the face. Like, there's a good lad.
I'm supposed to bring you to the cursed well.
And what's the cursed well? That's I take it some kind of square where they can surround us and overwhelm us.
Yeah, he says. Riva Square, where the old Riva statue is.
And the kobolds are just wait on the rooftops for you to show up.
Oh, they come out of the sewers, the rooftops. I don't stick around, man. I just get my cut later on.
All right, have you seen their fucking lair?
Kobold there? No.
You haven't been there.
I ain't going into no sewers.
All right, so the farthest you've got is Riva's Square. Is that what I'm hearing from you?
Yeah.
All right, what the fuck do I need you for?
Oh god! Ah! He's about to yell. Bam! Bam! Slam his head.
Oh, Hog puts his hands up
Yeah.
and whispers to you. Did you ask him about the transport? See if he knows about anything that was moved.
Ominous, like, yeah, right.
No,
Oh, he probably does. It's just all we want to ask.
His face has already been mashed into the table. He's been knocked out.
Sunny will help Amadeus sling him over the back of Mistra.
Okay.
It's always had too much to drink.
He can't hold his liquor, this one. We'll pay our tab and
All right. And
ask around, how do we get to Reaver Square? Where's Reaver Square? And then we'll...
Dragon, a greedy dragon symbol on him of any sort. Note, tattoo.
okay, so you begin searching around. No, but actually, give me a perception check,
Okay.
or a heal check.
Oh.
No, Amadeus will do it.
We're also going to look at his eyeball, because, if we end up liking this guy, we'll see if we can fix it. If we don't like him, then he can just stay this way.
I'll give you a heals check.
This poor rogue, luring rich travelers to their doom.
Wrong line. 21 was the perception from Sunny.
Okay, you
30.
you don't find anything that suggests that. You don't find anything with the draconic symbol of greed on it.
Okay, and then I'm going to look at his eyeball. 30 on the looking the eyeball.
Okay, the eyeball wound is never quite healed properly. He is missing his entire eye, and it does look like clawed hands took it out of his skull,
I'll be right back, guys.
as in claws,
It
like
was scratched out.
small claws.
It looks like it was done violently, not like,
Yep.
Yeah.
This was not surgery.
yeah. Oh? The only way I can fix this is by killing him.
Have some information about the the treasure. Who loaded it?
I think he was just a lookout.
Maybe, but something of that size. Even a lookout might have had a chance to see.
Maybe.
All right, Barnabas begins leading people along the road and quickly gets directions to Reaver Square. Apparently, and I just wrote a label. Apparently, Reaver Square is inside Denovar proper, at the end of the East Warehouse District Road.
Okay, is there a dumpster or other vessel along the route?
Yeah, you're actually in kind of like pleasant, well-tended greenery, and there are barns and stables coming up that you could just dump them in.
We're gonna dump Vish in a feed trough or whatever.
Okay.
in a chop trough.
Yep.
There you go. Boop. We'll keep going.
All right. The gates of Denovar proper are guarded. You end up having to pay a silver tax per head.
Right.
You fucking kidding me? I have to pay your tabs and your taxes.
Sunny gets really old. Old man syndrome real quick.
You guys go into the city, and it's not hard to find Reaver Square. At this point in time, Barnabas is telling you a story about the Reaver. Well, I think the Reaver's a local hero. Well, he was some fucker that fought in the settler wars. He was known for killing Fae. Right bloody cunt he was.
Doesn't sound like much of a hero.
Well, as locals go, Imperium won the war, so they get to write the history. Guy love killing Fae.
Hmm.
Don't worry, Dugan. You'll get him.
You realize they're not here, right?
This is Agony.
I haven't looked around. It might be.
Are we coming up on the square?
Yeah. I have a nice little map for the square.
Should start putting spells up.
And here's where we learn how dangerous is Denovar.
Like half of Cog's coming back. Help! Help!
Help!
Is there no level down?
Okay. You see a fountain. At the center of the fountain, there is a beheaded statue of some guy that looks like he might have been holding a sword or something like that, and the sword is broken off. Like it looks like the statue of the Reaver has been destroyed.
Interesting. Sunny is gonna cast Mage Armor, because just in case.
Yeah, Mark, you rolled a knowledge local on the Reaver. It was a local hero who fought in the Settler Wars, who butchered Fae, who just loved butchering Fae. And that's who the Reaver was. And apparently they have this fountain dedicated to him in a name of the square, but this looks like the wrong side of town. Everything's dirty, there's lots of trash everywhere, the stone buildings are really old. It almost feels like there's no business to be here aside from cheap rent and likely some of the services of the night, shall we say. The Reaver Square itself with the broken fountain, apparently people didn't like the Reaver and have knocked the head off the fountain and stolen his sword. There's still a considerable amount of water that looks like it's leaking out of the fountain basin. This area you can't help but notice has no foot traffic and just has the tingling sensation of trap.
The tingling sensation of trap. Gotcha. Okay.
There's a heroism and a delay poison communal from Cog. All right, everyone, open your mouths.
Communal spells from alchemists.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, really?
And you stooshed Vish along the road, right? You didn't take him with you.
No. We dumped him in a chop. We dumped him in a chop trough. So like in a feed trough for horses or whatever. Just dumped him in there.
Okay. All right. You guys are casting just at the edge of this.
When we got through and it's like, oh, we're going over here, and suddenly cast just Mage Armor.
Yeah, your hours per level, no problem. Yeah. Probably your 10 minutes per level could have gone up on the walk here, but the minutes per level you're starting to cast now.
Yeah.
We'll say 2d4 rounds go by.
Shields.
Oh my god, these damn kobolds. All right, so you stand there for 8 rounds.
just.
All right. Fuck yeah.
All right.
So good hope, anyone?
We might be locked, cocked, and ready to rock by the time they show up.
Good hope, you say?
Good hope.
Oh yeah, I gotta cast spells for Agony. Agony's one of these guys. All right.
Skin.
Are we expecting trouble?
Yeah, this is where they rob people. Remember, we want a couple alive to ask questions, right?
Yeah.
He did mention spells, didn't he?
Yeah, they mentioned spells.
It's been a while.
Yeah, seeing Viz. Yeah, that's a good one. I want that for sure.
All right, so I think Slake's got a mutagen, right?
And a fly. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Slake's little piston for his mutagen goes. He's gonna pull out his tower shield and.
Been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
He's got a piston. It's like a Bane, like the comic book
Yeah,
Bane, like vial. Like,
yeah, exactly.
awesome.
Juices him up. He's ready for destruction.
Seeing this. Owls.
Yeah, and his slam is his weapon. So.
Cat's Grace.
Barnabas will cast fly on himself. Anyone else want to fly? Apparently the spellcasters are hiding on the roof.
Spell cowards is what you all are.
Yes, of course.
Says the man made of metal.
Agony says,
Don't cast any spells on him. He doesn't like it.
Noted.
If you can give me a fly while I'm drinking stuff, that'd be great.
Yeah, he'll give you a fly.
Alright, Agony casts his own fly because
He can.
sorcerer. He casts his own mage armor.
Sunny's going to duck underneath Mister for a second and turn into a tiny bat.
I think Barnabas is going to try a new spell
Or no, should we stay as?
called Displacement.
We might stay as Sunny for this, just in case.
Oh, look at that. There's already a nice group of spells on Agony. Mage armor, shield. Shield.
Do we know what color they're going to be?
What does it matter? I mean,
If in doubt, protect from fire, I suppose.
Yes.
oh, the D6 was Vine Strike, Marty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which probably wasn't
Okay.
ready.
Which I've got on now.
Just fire, resist energy, fire, 20 communal.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Oh, everybody except for the robot who's like, I don't want your spells, go away.
Fire 20. So Cog pulls out like this, like a small, like little serving table on his arm with lots of shots. Goes,
Nice.
Barnabas is going to take his cognitogen.
Nice.
on there.
Mr. Demon Man, do you need spells?
I can. The demon man's got wings, so you know he can fly.
Okay.
Master Darby will provide me with spells. Barnabas looks at him like, oh, for fuck's sake.
All right.
Does anybody have a haste? Just out of curiosity.
Not yet. Is this-
One today. Normally, Capra will cast the haste.
I can do it. It'll
So-
have to be last minute.
So can I, but it says Agony. Not. He just like points his claws out at the.
Against what?
Yep. Are you guys done your 8 rounds?
8 rounds. There's a bit of like we cast spells, and then there's like, should I keep casting? I don't know. If I want to
Yeah, I think it might be.
Okay, at this point in time, after 8 rounds of a group of people casting spells, you can hear actually like koboldish whispering along along the rooftops, as well as from in the nearby sewer grate. Eventually, there's a hustle and a bustle, and a single solitary kobold. We're gonna just call it solitary kobold.
There's people really jacked up. Ah!
Kind of comes out to here, and he waves to you. He looks back over his shoulder.
Sure.
I suppose we should walk forward.
Yeah, all right. Let's stay out. Let's spread out, fireball formation and all.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's trying to coax you guys out. You guys have a round of movement or spellcasting.
Am I okay to move us forward here, guys?
Well,
For us to move in fireball formation.
all right.
Hello!
Alright, we're looking for the claw.
Claw, yes. Right place.
Yeah, are you gonna rob us now? Because we'll...
Looks over his shoulder.
Yeah. Lay down your goods and run
I
away.
appreciate your forthrightness, quite frankly.
Lay down your goods and run away from the claw.
I've got another idea. Slake, would you care to show him what you think of spellcasters?
No. Put in the fountain. Put in the fountain.
Slake just chucks a javelin right through the solitary kobold. It's at this point in time that the hustling and bustling of many kobolds begin to emerge from the sewers and come around from the buildings, and there is movement along the tops of buildings as well. We're going to roll initiative as things are starting to appear, as I think the surprise round is over. And I need to add some folks to the initiative sheet. So we've got groups of kobolds coming out of the back alleyways.
I'm gonna pee real quick.
Yep.
As you should, sir. As you should. Okay, 7, 6, 7. Marty,
Mm-hmm.
during that surprise, I'm gonna switch one of my attacks on my right arm to on my left arm to piercing.
Sure. So we're going to call these guys kobold skirmishers. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you just fight a bunch of kobolds.
I would expect not.
Although it is interesting to see how powerful you guys are. Yeah, the kobold skirmishers have a +1 initiative. Ooh, scary. All right, we also need kobold bombers.
Oh, don't like the sound of that.
Don't worry, our archers will take care of them.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Shoot them, Capra, and Didi, and Dugan.
All right, we have a kobold devil speaker. All he wants to do is talk to your tiefling.
Fair enough. I mean, good on them.
We asked, are you going to rob us? And they were like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? It's hard to be mad.
Yeah.
And we've got the kobold guile caster. Kobold guile caster goes at +2. We have the winged kobold. 2. And then the kobolds all begin to chant.
Hydro, 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 hydro.
So we're going to add Hydro
Wait a
to the
sec.
list.
Like, do you want to kill Hydra?
That sounds suspiciously like Hydra. I don't know. Or maybe a fucking found or something. Oh, dude.
Cog, you got lunge always going.
All right, and let's get some random numbers in here.
I think technically you have to be in combat to get lunge out. But just like you can't be in your combat stance.
As they are chanting Hydro, the well is suspiciously bubbling. Brennus and Thorgrim are not here. Okay.
Don't worry. What this group needs is more melee ass kickers. Bring Brennus.
That's all we need.
What's his ranged weapon?
Okay. Making himself known from amongst a group that emerged from a sewer grate here is a kobold in cowls. You can now recognize him because he's casting a spell. And the spell that he is casting, I believe, is
Where is this guy?
Hold person.
We've done this before. There ain't a lot of people in our team.
Nope. The big armored guy, let's see. I think he's casting at the first man. The well-to-do guy in the hat looks rich. If everyone else runs away, the well-to-do guy. So Barnabas, you need to make a will save. This is against a hold person spell.
Okay.
Get the man!
That's what he says in Draconic.
Yeah. There we go. Plus.
We must have sacrificed for Hydro!
24.
No, you feel tingly all over, but you manage to keep this little creature from
But that was unappreciated.
paralyzing. Aemon Woe.
Aemon Woe will delay and move with Barnabas.
Okay, so you want me to move. He'll go after, like, the pip after Barnabas.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Unless he wants to ready a move to go exactly with Barnabas.
No. He wants to go, like, right after Barnabas.
Okay.
He's on Barnabas's ass, basically.
Okay.
Until told otherwise.
Cog. So
Something's
these waters are churning, and they're all chanting Hydro. And yeah, the first special kobold, I guess that he turned visible amongst the group. And
Let's go in there.
Cog charges.
One move.
Nice.
Oh, he's enthusiastic, aren't he?
All right, the kobold devil speaker tries to twist away from you. He's got little studded leather underneath his cowls and has a light wooded shield in his hand.
That's good for him. It's flurry.
Okay. There's something odd with this creature. It looks like there's like a shadowy duplicate of him.
29 and 32.
Both are potential hits. Give me a D2.
1.
One is him. He still has a shadowy duplicate, and then a D2 on the other one. One is him. He still has a shadowy duplicate. So you strike him twice, despite his ability to create shadowy mirror images.
Okay, and boop. 24 and 30, so 54.
54. This is lethal.
Oh yeah.
Just-
Wait. No, this guy might be useful.
This guy might know something.
Yeah, okay, non-lethal. Yeah, this guy looks decent. Not non-lethal.
Okay, so 54 non-lethal means you end up doing 7 lethal.
I guess he's entangled.
47 damage and 7 or non-lethal and 7 lethal damage. Yeah, he's knocked out. You knock him out. He then falls down the sewer grate.